This is SOS Reality. This is Smitty reporting to you live with a new story. The news story is the Isaiah Thomas being ejected in Philadelphia over a fan talking and saying some very profane language to him. Now, I'm going to let this play a little bit. I'm going to pause it and then skip to a certain point, and then I'm going to go over the story of what happened. I mean, it's going to be pretty self-explanatory. Also, as well, before we get started, I just want to tell you, hit the like and subscribe button, and also leave your comment for the video. Let me get this started, and here we go.
Update on a developing story right now out of Philadelphia. Wizards lose to the Sixers, but the bigger story, Isaiah Thomas, with about 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, went into the stands to confront some fans. Isaiah was ejected from the game. Here he is at his locker after the game explaining what happened.
Isaiah, what prompted you to go into the stands?
I'm never going to be disrespected in any way. My dad taught me at a young age, don't ever let anybody call you out of your name. And it doesn't matter where I am, that's not going to happen. So when I missed the first free throw and made the second, I'm running back and a fan has both of his middle fingers up and said, "Fuck you, bitch," 3 times. So then the timeout goes and I go in the stands to confront him. I say, "Don't be disrespectful. That calm. Be a man. I'm a man before anything, and be a fan." And his response was, "I'm sorry, I just wanted a Frosty."
Now, the reason why I'm pausing it right here, they have a promotion in Philadelphia in the games. If the fan with the most, or he can distract the player the most during a free throw attempt, if the player misses 2 free throws, they get a frozen dessert. So basically the Frosty he's speaking of. Now, this is the thing about this is the situation. What happens when you let people try to earn something free? Sometimes they go over the line. And absolutely, this man went over the line. And it's really insulting for him to say, after the fact, when Isaiah Thomas confronts him on his language, which is very profane, and if he's seen him in person on the street, he would not dare ever say to him, to say, "I'm sorry, man, I was just trying to get a Frosty." That is very disrespectful. That is very belittling. That is on so many levels, a level of you need to get your butt whooped. Because it's no excuse to act a fool and talk crazy to a grown man or a woman and call them out their name because you're trying to get a free dessert. This is the problem with people nowadays. Their respect factor is totally lost. I bet you Isaiah Thomas actually could live with it even more if the dude was pretty much, that's just him. He's a butthole. He doesn't care. He roots for his team like that. And he's in his face with him and he's in his face back. I think he would respect that even more. But for him to actually say, "I'm sorry, I'm trying to get a Frosty," it is so cowardly. It shows callous on so many levels. The reason why I'm bringing up this situation, because I used to play college ball and never made it to the pros. I wasn't that good. I wasn't good enough to make it to that level. But the hecklers, sometimes it's cool. Actually, we find it freaking hilarious half the time. But when guys like this is in the stands heckling and they're crossing that respect line, and then you really can't go in there and do anything to them, and if you do, you get reprimanded yourself. It is really like a person throwing. It's like the zoo. It's like somebody throwing a rock at a lion, and when the lion jumps over the fence, and you saying, "I'm sorry" to the lion is not hearing that. And this is the problem. I did another video earlier last week on Russell Westbrook getting into it with a fan who was saying racial slurs to him, racial epithets, and this guy gets upset because he gets ejected because he said he paid his money to be in the game, and that Russell Westbrook was just too irate. And Russell Westbrook said, "No, I heard. No, I would heard. You called me a racial. You gave me a racial slur. You called me a racial slur." And this man is trying to deny it now because his life is a living hell because he acted an idiot. This is the problem. You don't pay your money and then you act the idiot in any circumstances. Inappropriate behavior should be reprimanded at all times, especially if it's extreme inappropriate behavior. So I'm gonna let this play a little bit more, and here we go.
Because if he missed 2 free throws, I guess the fans get a Frosty. So that's what happened, and I walked back. And I told my security who it was so he can get kicked out the game, because that's no way, shape, or form that should be allowed at all. I've been in the league for a while. Fans gonna say whatever they want. Don't ever call me out of my name. That's not, because I would never do that to anybody else. And I think that crossed the line. Like, I got kids, I got a family. Like, that's not okay at all. So I just went to go tell him that, no disrespectful way, as calm as I am right now. And those are the 3 things I said, and that was his response.
What do you think the response will be from the league?
Now, in sports, growing up, you do get personal training. And when I say personal training, not physical fitness personal training, I'm talking about you get that as well, but you do get trained when you get to that level, how you have to deal with people, fans, media, and things like that. So for Isaiah to not go in the stands and go whoop dude, that was recommendable by him, because we've seen this incident before with Miles in the Palace when it's seen other people running the stands. I remember seeing Vernon Maxwell in the 90s, and this is for the youngsters that don't know anything about 90s basketball. Vernon Maxwell had an incident where a dude was talking about his daughter, and his daughter was a sick daughter, and he's talking crazy to Vernon Maxwell. Vernon Maxwell goes running the stands, and it's like 14 rows up. He went up and went and whooped dude. And he got reprimanded. Back then they didn't suspend you for all those games and things. But when he went and whooped dude, they talked about Vernon Maxwell. He did get suspended, and he got ejected out that game. But it wasn't a long suspension, like 70 games or anything like that. Maybe 1 or 2 games. But this is the situation I want to educate people on. People, if you buy your ticket to a sporting event, it's okay to be a good fan. It's okay to root for your team. It's even okay to boo and do heckling in a good sense. But when you do the mean-spirited heckling and an athlete responds to it, you get what you deserve. And I'm going to tell you right now, the way this is going, especially in basketball, if these idiots keep on showing up like this, it's going to mess around. And as much training you can give somebody's going to run in them stands again. And something's going to happen. And I'm just telling you what it is. Now, I don't like to get this vocal and emotional about videos, but this right here hit home with me because it's been situations where you hear people say stuff, and you're trained to not even listen to the crowd, but sometimes you hear things and certain things you like say, man, you just totally out of line. It's fun to joke on you, talk about, I might have something on that you think is corny, whack, or anything like that. But when you start calling people out on their names and things like that, man, that is totally crossing the line. And you'll get what you deserve. And I'm telling you right now, I hope the NBA do something better about this. Now, it's different. If a person is giving you heckling where it's in fun, joking way, that's fine. But when you keep saying FUB, 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 come on, man. There's no way in the world you see that same man on the side of the street and you'll do that. So that was my video for the Isaiah Thomas situation. He ended up getting suspended 2 games. I really wish they wouldn't suspend him for the 2 games, but it is what it is. I think he took the suspension in stride. Like, okay, I'll take that suspension any day of the week if a man is just going to get up here and talk crazy to me like that. But if you like the video, hit the like and subscribe button. If you want to leave a comment, please leave a comment on this video and tell us what you think about the situation. Do you think Isaiah Thomas was wrong for going in the stands? Do you think he was right in going in the stands? Or do you think that he should have went in the stands and did more than what he did? So, and also give a comment if you think the NBA was wrong for suspending him or if he should receive more games for suspension. I do appreciate you coming to check out my channel. I do appreciate you supporting SOS Reality. We're going to have many more videos coming. I just want to tell y'all I appreciate y'all very much. Thank you very much, and y'all have a great day.